Hello, Katrina here from Mindful Nurse Gardener. So this is the week before my week of preparing to open Mindful Nurse Gardener. So next week it will be go time, and March 2nd I open up the website and Mindful Nurse Gardener's doors. More particularly Willow Branch, which I sit in and do a lot of these, most of, if not all these videos, if I'm not out in nature. And I am being confronted with one of my patterns, and it is perfectionism. Oh, it's really a tough one, and it has been a block for a lot of things in my life. And what I love is that I know it's a block. So I can find ways to move past it. So yeah, there's that perfectionism, but what's fueling that? It could be the fear of being seen, the fear, a lot of fear stuff, based stuff, right? For a lot of us. Fear of failure, the fear of it just not being perfect, and of judgment, fear of judgment. There could be lots of different things you're fearful of, and that perfectionism comes in, and then the procrastination or the avoidance and all the other behaviors behind that. So tonight, I thought I would share the practice that I just did with myself, and it could be used anytime that you're noticing that there is a block to say, okay, for instance, for me, it's sharing my creation of Mindful Nurse Gardener. So that's pretty dear to my heart. And I'm taking 20 plus years of my experience and training, plus, the years before that. My whole life is being put into no big deal, into Mindful Nurse Gardener. So if you have a creation that means a lot to you and you want to share it with others, be it a book, an education series, a art piece, just whatever it is that is dear to you, right? And you're finding that block, just coming and grounding down with yourself is supportive. So this is the practice. Okay. I'm going to read it to you. I just did it. And I've been needing to do a little bit more grounding recently because of just where I'm at with things, and that's totally fine. I'm accepting that and allowing myself this time. And, I'm wanting to mirror that to those that watch this video as well. So this practice is a gentle grounding, and I call it from seed to sunlight. So the seed being Mindful Nurse Gardener and my creation, right? That seed that I saw and I went for. And then the sunlight is where I'm going to see it through. Yeah. So your creation, and you want to share it, right? So that it can be that sunlight and brought to others. Okay. So we'll just take a moment. If you're ready, always in choice, if you want to come along with this practice or not. If not, then that's okay to click off. You don't need to watch. Or if you're curious, you can watch and see what it's like, and then you could choose to rewind and watch this again. Okay, so the first part is the centering breath. So just notice where you are in this present moment. Are your feet on the ground? What parts of your body are touching wherever you are? You're lying or sitting. And then coming to your breath. No need to change it, judge it. Just follow it. Just notice it, how it feels in your body. You can either have your eyes open with a gentle downward gaze or looking at me, if that works for you, or you can close your eyes. And then when you're ready, inhale slowly for a count of 4, hold for 2, and exhale for a count of 6. And do that 3 times. So again, that's inhale for a count of 4, hold for 2, and exhale for a count of 6. We'll do it one more time. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 2, and exhale for a count of 6. Okay, and just coming back to your regular breath that you met before. Notice your feet on the ground again, sitting where you're sitting or lying. Okay, so this next part is heart connecting, so connecting with your heart. So one hand have on your heart and the other one just under your, if you're female, under your breasts, or just under your nipple line, kind of at your, just at your diaphragm there. It's also called the solar plexus. Energetically, it's called that. So just feeling the warmth of, being close to your body. And just say silently to yourself, I am safe to be seen. My work is ready to breathe. And just breathing that in. I am safe to be seen. My work is ready to breathe. Again, noticing where you are sitting. Remembering you can open your eyes at any time if you need to. Adjust your body, it's your body. Just noticing your feet on the ground or the points touching wherever they're touching with gravity. The next part is visualization, imagining whatever it is that you want to bring to the world as a seed in your heart. Just look at that seed, what color it is, the shape. Noticing it there, sitting in your heart. See it gently rising up through your throat. Remember, you can breathe, it's not hurting you, it's gentle, it's gently moving up through your throat, into your mind, and out through your hands. Visualize it blooming into light on the screen, or onto light, into light. And that light could be all around you. Get creative with that light, because I don't know what your creation is, what the thing is that you want to share with the world, with people around you, or the animals, the plants, whatever it is that you want to bring in and create. So just visualize it blooming into light. And you can whisper, I release perfection. I embrace presence. My work is a gift, not a performance. Coming back to your breath. Taking one more deep breath, holding at the top, and exhale with a soft sigh. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, readjust yourself. And if it feels right for you, you can affirm, I am ready to share my light, my words, what I want to give to the world, carry healing. My presence is enough, and I release the need to be perfect. I allow my work to be seen and felt. So you can do this practice while you're working on things, whatever it is that you want to bring to the world, to the person. Like I said, to animals, to nature. You can do this practice if you are noticing that you're having a block, and perfectionism is one of them, and that it's keeping you away from sharing what you want to share. Just ground in, just, notice what's happening for you non-judgmentally, and come back to yourself and your why. Why is it that you want to share this? This practice can really support you coming back to your why, and why is it that you want to share this? Yeah, and it can get us out of that freeze response that we can get into when we get into the fear response, right? Can get us out of that anxious, hyper activated place. The fight, flight, the freeze, the people-pleasing piece, pleasing people around us and not wanting to share the things we want to share because it might not be what they want. If it's not what they want, that's okay. They'll go find something else. Yeah. Okay, I hope that's helpful. And this is, with these practices, consistency is key. So if we continue to do these practices over time, our nervous system will recognize that it's safe, and we'll see a change in how we respond to situations in our life, how we respond to these old patterns, how we can recognize them that much easier when they do come up. And maybe we're going to be less judgmental and kind with ourselves. And, so that's where that consistency does support that flexibility of our nervous system, of our ability to respond to the things that are coming up for us, the emotions, the reactions to things. Yeah, the behaviors. Yeah, we get to know ourselves better. That's not a bad thing. Okay, take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.